Hey guys!
Alright folks, we're here today to do a Patreon request from this patrono right here. Horizon Ignited, one of my favorite bands at the moment. I posted the other day on Facebook, but by the way, the name of the song is Prison of My Mind. I posted the other day on Facebook that I rediscovered not their latest record, the one before that, Embers of a Dying World, or some shit along those lines. It's irrelevant. Just go check out that album, whatever it's called. Just go check out their discography in general. You're not going to regret it. These guys, to me, are like so good when it comes to Finnish melodic death metal, and they're so underrated. Like, I would say criminally underrated for as good as this band is. They're now with Reaper Entertainment. When they released that previous album, they were with Nuclear Blast, and I think Nuclear Blast really lost the boat on that one.
Yeah.
Because these guys, when I listen to their music, it reminds me of when we discover the genre in general, but more so when we discover the genre through people telling us to check out bands like Children of Bodom, Insomnium, Wolfheart, Kalma, Blood Red Hourglass, all of these bands from Finland that we love. These guys to me have a little bit of a throwback sound to that era of when we discovered those bands, and I think that's one of the reasons.
2018, 2019?
Yeah.
2017?
Yeah. The way melodic death metal used to sound like coming out of Finland. I feel like it has evolved, but these guys still play it more in an old way.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, they have a pre-COVID sound.
Yeah.
So, if that's even a thing. Anyhow, Prison of My Mind, you ready for this?
Well, you can have post-COVID.
Huh?
You can have post-COVID metal.
Yeah. You know, there's cum metal. Apparently, what's that band? Steel Panther. Scum metal.
Oh.
So, just... It's like dad rock turning all the way to 11. Alright, let's check this out. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say Caillou is going to kill it on vocals. All right. What do you say? Here, I'm just curious to just refresh my memory with the name of the album.
Well, I thought you were gonna go first. You were.
No, because I think Embers of a Dying World. That's a Morse Principe Mest album. It was towards the dying lens. I know there was something about dying.
Something's dying.
Something was dying. Anyways, that towards the dying lens. That album is like 10 out of 10. That album is so good. I'll be honest. For the last 2 weeks, I've heard at least 2 or 3 songs of that album every day.
Wow.
Every day. Reveries being one of them. I cannot get enough of that song. That song is so fucking good. The last album, Tides, came out last year on Reaper Entertainment, and I gotta say, I haven't really gotten into that album as much. But towards the dying lens, because Embers of a Dying World is definitely a Morse Principe Mest, Morse Principe Mest album.
It is. I think it's a more personal. I think it's probably the not the last one, but it was.
Okay, since we're on the topic,
I don't know if it's the last one, but I'm pretty sure
we're
it
on
is.
Metal Encyclopedia. Embers of a Dying World. Yeah.
It was not the last one. It was the one. That one was 2017.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's a really good album, by the way. That is a really good album.
Too bad.
All right. Anyhow, back on this. I mean, they're all from Finland, so
Yeah, I mean,
I think I'm.
you're good on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this song just that feeling. They're fucking going.
By the way, let me throw something at you. If you closed your eyes really hard, any band comes to mind?
Oh, on the spot. You're putting me on the spot. I don't really know.
Dude, this song kind of gave me some Killswitch Engage vibes.
Not really.
No, maybe not to you.
No.
It gave me some Killswitch Engage
I was really
vibes.
hoping you'd say like a band that would
Dude, this song gave me totally some the way Jesse moves from the harsh vocals to the clean vocals. This song kind of gave me like a little bit of a. But then again, I saw Killswitch Engage live now like twice in the span of like 6 months, so maybe their sound is fresh in my mind. Anyhow,
but no, I fucking enjoyed this song, man.
That's not a diss, by the way. Comparing to
no, I know. But I'm just saying. I know. I enjoyed this song, man. These guys are. I think you are right that they are like very, very underrated because I don't hear much when it comes to these guys.
No, they signed with Nuclear Blast for that second album. They did some tours, I think, with Hypocrisy and some other bands. They did some tours, but doors didn't really open for them. They're with Reaper Entertainment. I cannot, like I said, I haven't really dove deep or whatever the verb tense is of diving into this album as much as I did with the previous one. The previous one, in my opinion, and I'm basing just on this song. The previous one, in my opinion, was more your prototypical Finnish melodic death metal sound. This one has to me a little bit more of a metalcore vibe to it. It doesn't, especially the way the synths hit this song, make it a little bit more palpable. It's not as heavy. It's definitely more melodic. There's more of a melodic side to it. So to me, this is almost more like. There's a fine line between the two genres. Maybe there isn't a fine line, but there's a way you can have some melodic death metal elements and some metalcore elements on a single track. Getty has done that in a few songs on Loss, and I think this song kind of has a little bit of that vibe. But if you go back to the previous record, it's more of what you would expect from a melodic death metal band coming out of Finland, especially bands like Blood Red Hourglass back in the day. Because now they also have moved their sound.
They've moved their sound. No. I agree with you fully.
More metalcore feel.
That's how I've felt about these guys when it comes to
even like Old
sound.
School In Flames. That record has a little bit of Old School In Flames. This has more like of a more modern metalcore feel.
A little bit more modern sound to it.
Anyways,
but I still fuck with it.
No, it's fucking good. And nothing I said is meant as a diss.
No.
By no means.
It still scratches that itch for me.
I just don't. I don't understand why some bands become incredibly popular, sometimes with very little talent, and then there's some bands with a lot of talent that just seem to not be able to break the ceiling. He's a great vocalist because he's also
Oh,
in.
he's so versatile. I mean,
He has a black metal
he,
band with Marcus, his brother-in-law, Marcus from Omnium Gatherum. I Am the Night, and Valtteri from Opeths as the drummer on that band. So the dude is incredibly versatile as far as his vocal
really nice
performance
range.
is
Yeah, like
concerned. The dude has great vocals. What he doesn't have as far as hair is concerned, he definitely makes up in his voice. Coming from a bald dude to a bald dude. So.
uh, but no, man, it scratches that itch, man. His harsh vocals really do it for me. Like less, I'm not even talking about like the clean vocals are good, and they do serve their purpose from in the chorus and where they're needed. But those harsh vocals, that I love that feeling that the harsh vocal moments gave me more of what like pre-COVID
Yeah, yeah.
those bands were doing. That give and go feeling that you get with the guitar and the motion you get, the groove, nothing can really replace that feeling. And his vocals with the guitars, that just groove it gives you.
The synths are really good on the track
The
too,
synths
by
are
the way.
really good too. It scratches that itch.
What I find a thing that I find really interesting is talking about that previous record of theirs, making sure I don't fuck up the name again. Well, no, I'm on a different page here altogether. Here, let me bring it back here. Towards the Dying Lands. When that album came out, I liked it, right? But I don't think I fully appreciate it as much as I did now because it hit my playlist the other day while I was driving to work, and I listened to the whole thing, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is really good." So it just goes to the reason I'm bringing this up is that sometimes
Where your mind is in the moment an album comes out, it could be completely different from where your mind is a couple of years later.
yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, there's
the album
so
came out
many.
in 2022, and in that moment, you probably weren't. Uh,
I was still in COVID times.
you were mentally still in COVID times.
Not only that, there's so many factors that go into play. Like for me, for example, I listen to around 4 new records every week,
Yeah,
right? Because I do 4 reviews normally. I record 4 reviews, so I listen to 4 new records. And sometimes, like let's say on Monday, I'm listening to a black metal album, and then on Wednesday, I record the review Monday night. Then Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm listening to a metalcore album. So like, it's really hard to like switch in your brain from one genre to another and still be able to be somewhat accurate with what you're
yeah.
reporting in terms
It's
of
not
what
like
you're listening.
it's not like when you're just listening to music where you could switch genres of music and whatever. You're just listening to it. No, you're
No,
listening
no, but
to
I'm
it
listening
to
to critique
to
it. So,
critique
so I have
it.
to pay attention
So
to
you
what
have to,
I'm
yeah,
listening.
yeah.
So I really have to get into it.
I'm just saying. I was saying that because people are like, "Oh, well, you just listen to one genre all day." It's like, no,
No, but it's
I listen
different
to
when
a
you
bunch of
just.
different genres of music, but listening to music and critiquing music is completely
It's
different.
completely different. The approach that I take when I'm just listening is completely different
It's
than the
more
approach that I take.
lackadaisical compared
Yeah,
to
when I'm
yeah,
trying to talk about it. So, well, and what I'm trying to say here is that sometimes you listen to an album in a week where you heard, let's say, 3 other records of that same genre. So everything kind of becomes a little bit watered down because you've been listening to that same genre
oh, especially
ad
if one of
nauseum.
them is a little bit better than that one. In your head, you're gonna come somewhat compare.
Exactly. So if
Yeah,
I try to set up my reviews when I'm for my week to set up as much diversity within the albums as possible.
because you never want to have a
Because, for
comparison.
example, I don't want to listen to Inferi, the new Inferi album on Monday, do a video review, and then listen to Archspire to do a review that same week. Because there's a crossover between those two bands that it's very close.
Yeah.
So I don't want my feelings towards one album to taint what I'm going to think about the next
And
album.
not only that, like if the first one you listen to was good, but the other one is better, it's gonna, instead of you being like, oh, this is a good album, you're gonna be like, oh, this is a great album.
Or if it's
But
slightly...
no, it's a great album to you because now you're comparing it to what you had just listened to.
Exactly. So I try to space out and I try to bring as many different genres into that week's listening experience as possible so that I could
each
have a
don't hit
mental
each other.
reset
Yeah.
with each single album. Because the album that I'm listening today, the one that I'm going to listen 2 days from now, is going to sound completely different. So I'm not bringing baggage with me. Um, saying all of this to say that sometimes you listen to a record and it doesn't really hit you, and it has a lot of to do with your surroundings, how you
Yeah,
feel,
yeah.
the timing, what you've been listening to, all of this stuff. And then when all of that is out of the window and you're listening to music just out of pleasure, just in your own time, like I said, I rediscover this album from them, and I rediscover how much I really enjoyed it and how underappreciated, even by me, I felt like that album was. So it just goes to show you that sometimes the reviews that I post, and be the first to say, they're worth what they're worth. They're a snapshot of how I feel towards that album in that specific moment. 2 years, 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever down the line, if I listen to that album again, I may have a completely different opinion about that record.
Yeah.
So for the better or for the worse, like it could go either way. Because sometimes it could like, oh fuck, that didn't age well. You know what I mean? Like, so
Exactly.
it could go either way. Just to say that all of that plays a role in terms of how you appreciate music, and rediscovering old music is always a great thing, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, this was good, right?
Yeah.
All right, Caillou, you rock, dude. That's not his name, by the way.
I know.
Okay, perfect. In case you didn't know, I have a joke in my mind, but I'm not gonna say
Don't
it.
say it.
Okay, yeah.
Whenever that's the process you have to go through, you never say it. If it doesn't just come out, you don't say it.
Yeah, I'm starting to develop a filter. Not
There you
really,
go.
but yeah, you're my filter. You're my filter. What would Antonio say if I said that? And then most of the times I don't care. I say it
You
anyways.
say it anyways.
But anyhow, we're done with this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you very much for the patrono that requested it. Go check out this band. Really, do yourselves a favor. Go check out their discography. Towards the Dying Lands, I'm reading on the screen right here. Towards the Dying Lands is a phenomenal album. Their last record, Tides, came out on Reaper Entertainment. Don't be like me. Go check it out, because I haven't. So go check it out. And especially if you like this song, go check it out. And we'll see you all at the next video.
See ya.